What's up, Nova family? We are here with another amazing instructor that you're going to get to take classes with at the Nova Open in 2020. Tonight we have Dev with us. Dev, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Ethan. How's it been?
It's been pretty awesome
It,
over
it
here.
has. It's rainy and wet, but it's fine. We're gonna get through it.
I finally got to spray some models today, so that was nice. I went out and did some base coating or some priming.
I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, there was about a 2-hour window with no rain. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. It's all about you, Dev. So why don't you tell us about yourself and about what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am a miniature painter, occasional gamer. I feel like the painting has somewhat taken over recently. I also love teaching painting. I've been miniature painting for like 25 years now, off and on, a lot of off, some on. I've really taken it seriously kind of the last 5 years maybe. And that's kind of where I've been. I've just been, trying out different things and
Very nice.
getting more and more skills.
Do you do commission work?
I will take on commissions occasionally, usually from local people that I know they're going to be comfortable with me doing it. I don't like to have, shipping the stuff or having a massive backlog. So it tends to be kind of ad hoc when someone asks. I generally do much more tuition.
Okay, very nice.
What kind of classes are you going to be teaching? Like what styles of painting, like different kinds of things are you going to be teaching at Nova?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's going to be a little bit of everything going on. I'm doing 2 full one-day classes ahead of Nova. One of which is going to be a brush-only mastery class. It's painting some Cadian troopers, and really the class is to show you how quickly you can pump out really, really good-looking infantry models, even with just like a fairly basic setup.
Nice. I need that really badly.
I think, you know what, even I need that one. Like every time I do it, the more I do it, the better I get, the faster I get, and the more models you can crank out in a faster time. It's really a case of practice, but there are some great tips that you can use to really speed up the process as well.
Very cool.
And then the other one-day class is going to be an airbrushing class because, airbrushing is the new hotness. And it's a little bit different from what a lot of other folks are doing. I'm actually cracking out the Torox Prime model from Astra Militarum.
Yeah, that's
because
awesome.
It's got really, really great shapes on it. It's not just the standard boxy Rhino that is the vehicle of choice for everybody. It's a big enough size that even if you've never touched an airbrush before, you're going to be able to get to it and just be stunned with the results. So that I'm really looking forward to that one. It's going to be a first for Nova Open. So that's the other one-day class. And then I've got a bunch of smaller classes all over the place, kind of, weathering pigments, some facial tones, some direct tutoring in a much smaller class set as well.
You're staying very busy over the whole weekend.
I mean, CJ asked me to do these things and I just couldn't say no.
No, you can't. You
Of course
absolutely can't say no to CJ, of course. So how long have you been involved with the Nova Open?
Actually, last year was my first time at Nova Open. I just went to kind of experience it. I was still back in the UK that time around. So, my wife and I flew over. We have some family in the Maryland area in any case. So kind of combined things up. I got to take a bunch of great classes myself, kind of see what different teaching styles are out there, chat and hang out with, because that was the first time we'd had everybody from CK Studios all together in one place. So we all just kind of hung out and chilled and had a really great time.
That's awesome. So just to clarify, so you work with the crew that runs CK Studios as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So I do a little bit of my own thing under Raggy Paints, but most of my big class tuition I do with CK Studios. So Kat and Caleb obviously started that whole thing up, and they've got some great instructors, Justin and Vincent, and I do some myself as well.
Okay, very nice. So given that you've been involved with that crew, have you also participated in any of the Nova Open Charitable Foundation raffle prizes and things?
Yeah, unfortunately not. I really wanted to this year, but as we were chatting before jumping on this, I've literally just moved from the UK to the US.
Yeah.
You're a little bit.
And yeah, I didn't want to commit to something and then have to pull out last minute. Most of my belongings are still shipping somewhere in Hong Kong, probably quarantined because of coronavirus. So I'm really, in a way, I'm kind of glad I didn't commit to anything.
Sure.
Having said that, you know, if nearer the time I can crank something out and donate it to the raffle, I would love to do that. If not, I'm sure I'll be throwing a few things in next year.
And I was going to say, I guess if you don't donate, that means you can buy some raffle tickets. So that's kind of a win, right?
Oh yeah, I will for sure be picking up some raffle tickets for that.
What was your, so last year was your first year to attend and kind of see Nova. And then this year you're going back as, you know, part of the staff and the crew. And so going from being an attendee to being, you know, part of the staff and crew, what was your favorite part of Nova as an attendee? And then also what are you looking forward to most again this year?
So as an attendee, Nova is just very, very relaxed, especially for a wargaming tournament style convention. I've been to a few in the past. I'm not really a tournament gamer. I'm increasingly less a gamer at all. But, you know, I jumped in on the Underworlds tournament last year, had a load of fun with that. Everybody's super chill, super friendly. You know, I think there's a lot going on at Nova that really encourages that kind of culture, which is just fantastic.
Absolutely.
But going back this year, I think I'm looking forward to quite a lot more of the same. I absolutely love teaching. I really enjoy it. I do it in my professional life. I do it in, you know, my hobbying life. It's just something that I enjoy doing. And, you know, being able to help other people get those minis painted up and get them to the table, you know, that's really a big highlight for me. So I'm going to be looking forward to that.
That's great. And that brings so much to the Nova Open, having people like you who are passionate about teaching something that is a skill that people can take home and really put into practice out in the community. So hear me say, I really appreciate that. I mean, everything you're talking about is the kind of thing I would want as an attendee. And I think that's really special.
I seriously want to do the airbrushing class. I think that would be so great. I'm so the airbrushing has just been so popular right now that I'm so interested in trying it. So I need to pop into one of these airbrushing classes and try it out.
Oh, we will be, because we're going to be live streaming all event long. So
wicked.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be so much fun. So we'll be finding you so we can get a live interview there on the floor.
Absolutely.
So Dev, do you like for people to be able to find you online? And if so, where would be a good place for people to track you down?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been a bit scatterbrained with all of the different social medias that I throw out to. If you want to see kind of the real time what I'm working on and get those kind of almost daily updates, Instagram, my username is Raggy Paints, all one word. That's kind of like the gritty real time stuff. I have an actual blog that I maintain sometimes, ragados.com. Which is more curated tutorials, a bit of, you know, monologuing about my thought processes and how I kind of experiment. A lot of what I do is kind of, you know, put different tests together and see how they're going to come out. Occasionally, if I do a big competition piece, I'll do a review of how I got there and all the steps that I took to get there. So that's kind of fun for the tutorials. And then something I'm hoping to get back to later this year, once things are more settled, I do live stream on YouTube, and that again you can just search for the channel Raggy Paints.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, that sounds like a very great online presence where people can find you to check out what you've been working on. Well, Dev, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We can't wait to hear about your classes at the Nova Open this year, and we can't wait to see you there.
Looking forward to it. We'll catch up and have a drink there as well.
Sounds amazing.
Absolutely.